Ready when you are, Dools.
Boom. Budgie Smugglers, we are back.
We're back, baby.
Hello, legends. My name's Jeremy Dooley, stand-up comedian, and I'm joined also by fellow stand-up comedian Stevie B, Stephen Bradshaw.
What's going on, Budges? What's going on with you, Dools?
Mate, I am tired.
Oh, no, you just flew in?
It's been a big week, yeah. Bit of a hit-and-run weekend over the West Coast.
Yes.
For, 6 shows.
You have a house in Perth
Yeah,
now?
I know, I tell you.
It's been a bit of time there the last month or 6 weeks.
I know, it's a lot. But what's your... I want to get your opinion. The flight there, as soon as the seatbelt sign goes off,
Yes.
the guy in front of me puts his chair all the way back.
Yeah. So I would probably from that position, I'd go with a rear naked choke.
Yeah, I definitely... Well, I was kind of just doing the knees in the chair constantly.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, no.
Yeah, like a 4-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a giant 4-year-old baby. Yeah,
that's it. But then the guy next to me, so I always pick the aisle seat. I prefer that. The guy in the middle seat, not a big dude either. Fairly sort of, not a skinny dude, just fairly sort of
average, bang in the middle.
Yep. Didn't respect
Oh no,
like the barrier of the armrest and was kind of lounging around, took his shoes off, all that sort of stuff.
Probably armbar from there.
Yeah, exactly. I should have. I wanted to. Believe me, I wanted to.
Maybe a Kimura.
Yeah, I would have gone something real painful. Like a Japanese necktie or something like that. What do you think is plane etiquette? And the thing that
Just getting started.
yeah, the guy on the
you had a
aisle
good flight,
seat,
Jules?
the flight there was insane. I had 2 instances where the guy on the other aisle seat, on the other side of the aisle, he was sort of asleep leaning forward, had porn on his phone.
What?
He was watching porn.
On his phone, where's he sitting? Sorry, one more time.
On the aisle seat.
Yeah, in front of you?
Like next to me on the other side of the aisle. So I've looked around. I was like, whoa. That's,
Okay.
And he was like kind of like hunched forward and he had sunglasses on, but I could see that he was asleep.
Yeah.
And then on the flight today, the dude next to me, I turned, because you always you sneak a peek at what people are watching or reading.
Peripheral.
And it was like, whoa, okay, there was some more. It wasn't porn, but it was a hardcore sex scene. Like it was
That
basically porn with some movie around it.
Yeah, okay. So that one's a tricky one because I've had that happen on a plane a few times. You're just watching a movie, you don't know anything about the movie, you've got it on, and then there's 2 people just start fucking. Like that's not real. The guy next to you, that's fine. I think that's just he's watching a movie.
Yep.
The guy that fell asleep watching porn.
Oh yeah.
How do you fall asleep watching porn? B, what are you doing watching porn on a plane?
Yeah.
C, what do you do to relieve yourself?
Yeah.
There's what is it? The Mile High Club?
Yeah.
What's
I
it
don't know
called?
if that counts if it's just you.
I don't think so. I don't think that's a part of the club. And that's not how you're supposed to join. But yeah, I've never quite understood just watching. I just like the plot.
Yeah. It's not for the acting.
Are they going to eat the pizza after? I don't know. How clean's the pool going to be?
Yeah. How does she get unstuck from the washing machine?
Yeah, exactly. And what happens to dinner after these step siblings have been together? I don't know. Yeah, I've never made it to the third act of any of those films, but it is wild that someone would be watching pornographic films in public in general.
It's I fly a lot for gigs and shows and stuff like that. It's not the first time that it's happened.
Yeah.
I remember the first time it happened, it was during the COVID years that I sort of was like, whoa. And I only remember it was COVID years because everyone still had to have masks on.
Yep.
And the guy next to me, it was like a last minute sort of fly up to Sydney to do a show. And so I had the middle seat, which I hate.
Yep.
But it was the only seat left on this flight for me to make this show. And the guy who had the window seat, so to my left, when he opened up his laptop, the last thing he had watched was cartoon porn.
Oh,
The Simpsons, and I've never seen he was trying to it was like it was frozen and he couldn't get this.
That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. The old, that's happened to me before, not in public.
Oh yeah, watching Marge get a train ran on her.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
like,
Simpson. I thought it was a normal episode of The Simpsons. No, that can happen to the best of us. But the one where the guy is he's gone in, he's searched, he's paid extra for the Wi-Fi, or he's downloaded it for the flight. That is next level.
Yeah, because it's not in the in-flight entertainment.
No. I don't like it when elderly, let's just say it, I think we've only got a few listeners over in Asia, when elderly Asian women play online pokies with the sound on and no headphones.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
Yep.
I don't know. That's my big thing.
With that generates sound and people don't have their headphones on, I think you get a free pass to give them a whack.
Exactly. Especially if it's a kid, you get to whack their parents.
Yeah. Because it's not the kid's fault. They don't know any better.
It's not the kid's fault.
Bad parenting. If it's in a confined space, plane, any form of public transport, you get a free hit.
Okay. I like that idea. It's been popping up in my feed a bit. People getting knocked out on planes. It's great.
Yeah. It's a thing.
I think it should be. And how were the gigs?
Good. I had a good week of gigs. Where have I been this week? So it started off, I had a corporate in the Grampians.
That's right.
Which was a lot
Beautiful
of fun.
Part of the world.
And it was great. I've never been up there outside of the warmer months. Mm-hmm. So every time I've been up there, it's been sort of that sort of dry brown sort of scenery, but it was really lush and green and it was great. The people were all fantastic there and really good value and quite funny and entertaining as well. And then had a really good pie.
Yep.
Two really good pies, actually.
The
on TikTok. Yep. So that was good. And then Thursday night, I was in Berwick with Bron Lewis.
Oh, lovely.
Marcel Blanche de Vilt and Alex Keane. And it was a hot show.
Oh, nice.
It was a hot show. It was one of those shows where it started great.
Yep.
And sometimes when a show starts that hot, you're like, whoa,
it's going to be hard to maintain this. Yep.
Momentum or energy, and are they going to tire themselves out? Just kept building. Yeah. I emceed. So, when I emcee this show, because it's a small lineup and it's my gig, I sort of do 15 minutes at the top, sort of set the room, get a bit of laughter in there. And they were just losing it for that. And that bit, I'm not necessarily I'm not doing a set. There's a lot of who's been to comedy and, all that sort of stuff with some, bits and stories and stuff in there. And then, Marcel went on, hit him out of the park. Keno went on, hit him out of the park. They had the break, and then I came on for my sort of second bracket bit just to reset before Bron and murdered.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oof, Bron's got her work cut out for her, because it was they were at 9.9 and Bron took him to 10.
Yeah,
she blew the roof off the joint.
Love that.
She's in such a rich vein of form. So she did great. It was one of those ones where it was so good and people were so into the show that the venue probably didn't make much money at the bar because they were just like heaving the whole way through. So it was fantastic. It was such a good gig. And then flew over to Perth for the weekend, did a couple shows at the Comedy Lounge, 2 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, and then 1 on Sunday. So Friday night we had Sheng Wang from Netflix dropped in. He'd just played 1,000-seater the night before.
Yep.
So he dropped in. That's always cool to work with a big international act.
Yes, absolutely.
So that was fun. I had to follow him. I did well. That's good. And then 3 shows on the Saturday. They were great, really good. They were getting rowdier and rowdier.
Yes, of course.
Which we love. And then Jared Goundry was his last show of his national tour in his hometown. So he asked me to go over there and open for him and set the table. And it was a great gig. It's a real big defense crowd.
Yes.
And they're a lot of fun.
They are. They certainly are.
So it was loose. It was very loose. So it was good. And then got back today and I am So tired. So tired.
Oh.
How's your week? What's been happening?
Mine's been good. It's been very chill. Been very admin heavy. A lot of shows coming up as we close off the year. So been doing a lot of that stuff. Hitting the open mics, trying out some new stuff. Went to the footy on Saturday, which was awful, but it was fun. Saints won. That's all that matters, but wasn't a great game against your Tides.
Oh, yep. It was a terrible game to watch.
Yep, and it was terrible to be at, but, beers, everyone's having a good time. We won. That's all that matters. Went and played mini golf on Friday night as well, so a bit of sport there.
Yep.
Lost.
Wow, okay.
To my significant other, which obviously, as you all know, I let her win. We remember from a few episodes ago the whole Monopoly debacle. So I knew better. I just put the club away. That's exactly what happened.
Yep. Smart. You kind of, you're learning a little bit.
Yep.
How's has she let you forget it yet?
What's that?
That she won?
I don't think she cares. She's not as competitive as you and I would say. Yeah. So she just enjoyed the golf. She didn't really care who won or lost. So, and I've moved on.
Clearly.
I've slept since. But pretty chill week in terms of the big gigs. But, riding, doing all that kind of stuff, which takes up way much more time of a comedian's time than you would think. The actual I guess we only perform 10 to 50 minutes max a day. So it's going to do something with the other 23 or so hours. Yeah.
Exactly. I speaking of our favourite topics, food.
Yes.
The Comedy Lounge, I've said before, one of the best for food for comedians. They brought out into the green room, they always bring out a few different types of pizzas.
Yep. Love that.
And fries, 4 different sauces.
Wow. Can I guess?
Yeah.
So obviously tomato's one of them.
Yep.
Aioli's one of them.
No.
Wow.
I know.
Is gravy a sauce?
No.
It's not one of the, okay. Mustard? Like a honey mustard or something like
there was
that?
something that could have been that. Yeah, it was something I wasn't really sure. Maybe like a herb mayo or something.
Yep. So no mayo, just not by itself. All right. So how many sauces are there for chips?
Right.
And then you said mayo, gravy, tomato, mustard, like a sriracha?
Ooh, no, that would have been good.
What are the other 2 sauces?
They had like a smoky barbecue sauce.
Oh, barbecue.
Which was really good.
Yeah.
Not normally my vibe.
No, I'm not a big barbecue guy. But
was into that. And then they had, I don't know what, it was like the sauce that you get in a Big Mac.
I was about to say burger sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've only had a Big Mac once, but I remember
You've only had one Big Mac?
Yeah, I'm not.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was always, quarter pounder guy.
I get that, but wow.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing.
The sauce, the flavour
the
stuck with me.
Yeah. Apparently it has. Interesting.
So it was good.
Yeah. And the pies?
The pie. So I had 2 pies.
Where'd
one
you stop?
going up and one on the way back.
Obviously.
I stopped in Ararat.
Yep.
And Beaufort.
Okay. So isn't Beaufort Pie the home of Beaufort Pies?
Don't know, probably, but that's not the pie that I got.
No, I know.
I think one of them is the home of Vegemite. I think it was Beaufort.
Did they?
I hope it's the home of Vegemite because there was a lot of like Vegemite like stuff happening there.
Okay,
a lot of shops like Vegemite, whoa, and like a weird amount.
Yeah.
So in Ararat at Wax Bakery, I had a curry pie. It was a bit late in the day, so the options were limited.
Yeah.
It's good.
The only time I ever get a curry pie. Yep.
It was good. It probably could have been a little bit
bit more spice, bit more flavour.
Maybe just a bit more meat in it. It was a square pie. I know some people love a square pie. They don't like a round pie. I don't really care too much. But I know that some people, they're like, oh, square pies are the best.
Yep.
It probably could, like, it was quite thin, so it probably could have been a little bit thicker.
Yeah, okay.
Bit more girth to it.
Story of my life. That is a thing. These country bakeries that have been doing the same style of pie for 30 years, and now these other bakeries are really stepping it up. They got to step their game up.
Absolutely, they do.
The flat square pie's not going to do it anymore.
No, you need just a bit more filling to it.
Exactly.
But the Beaufort one at Beaufort Country Bakery, that was really good. It was a bacon, cheese, steak pie. Great. It's really good.
Can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
It is, you mentioned the Vegemite thing. It's interesting, these country towns, they really have something, like they got, Vegemite, or I guess in Bendigo it's like gold or whatever. But I did a gig in Shepparton recently, and then after doing a post about it, someone reached out from Shepparton and said, next time you come, you got to check out the SPC Fruit Factory. You can buy bulk discounted canned fruit.
Wow.
In bulk. In bulk.
Hello.
So it's interesting how country towns, they'll hang their hat on some mass-produced good.
Yeah, it's a lot of pineapple juice you could get there.
Interesting.
Remember that. I also, I drove through a place called Moyston.
Okay.
Which is a pretty unfortunate sounding name. Moyston. They have a sports connection to them.
Okay.
They're famous for something. What are they famous for?
Water polo.
It's got to be like, a thing. You know how like Sunbury is like, they call Sunbury like the birthplace of the Ashes?
Oh, yeah, they do too.
I don't know why. But Moyston, what is Moyston's claim to fame?
Is where Farlap was born.
Oh, that's good. You get 2 other guesses.
Oh, my God.
And that was not correct, obviously.
It's where people purchase the marital aids that get thrown out at WNBA games.
I'm not sure of their sort of their dildo industry in Moyston,
like Moyston,
but probably would make sense.
All right, and then finally, I feel like it's horse racing. Am I in the right vein?
No.
Okay. Australian bobsled team training ground.
No. Moyston is the self-proclaimed, and they've got a big sign to let you know, birthplace of Australian football.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
That's not true.
Yeah. Based on its connection to the sport's founder, Tom Wills, who grew up in the area in the 1840s and, according to some, played Marngrook with the Indigenous people of the area.
Okay. All right. Well, it just says Melbourne on the internet, but good on you, Moyston.
Yeah.
I should have guessed that one. All right.
Population of 403.
Okay.
So, big claim.
Yeah. Oh, I should have gone with the slip and slide.
Home of the slip and slide.
Home of the slip and slide.
Yeah. Moyston.
All right. Should we jump into the comment section, Dools?
Yes. Look, we'll do one comment and then we'll go to like where a lot of the comments came from. So the first one was around the wrestler comeback and Big Z89 literally thought Chris Benoit. And there was a lot of, Chris Benoit, what was his other nickname? The Crippler. The Crippler. But there was a lot of commentary on the comments. What a sentence. About your mate, Oscar Piastri, and...
Yeah, the comment section kind of imploded a little bit when that post went up. I'm not going to read them all out because they all were the same thing. Basically, a bunch of losers coming to the defense of Lando Norris. But what I will say is words per comment... people were writing essays on this one. They all sort of, I don't think you guys even watched the race. And then it was Lando. It wasn't Lando's decision to do a one-stop. It was the team's. Oscar could have done a one-stop, blah, blah, blah. But like essays and essays and essays. And then a few people that backed this up. But I don't want to go through all the comments because they're very boring. Do you want to read out a couple?
Yeah, there's some because I have no idea what they're talking about. So this one is from Eaten by a Teddy Bear. Which is a good name.
Yeah.
Lando is Zach's boy. Webber, be aware of this. Wouldn't be a team on the grid who wouldn't buy Oscar out of contract. Merck supposedly is looking good in 26 with the new regs. What does that mean?
It means that, yes, we're correct. Oscar got screwed. Oscar should leave, and then he should go join Mercedes.
Okay.
And because Mercedes looks like they're going to have the best car next year because there's a new set of regulations coming into F1 next year, which means all the cars are going to change. So that's what that person is saying in F1 code. What else struck you where you didn't really understand what they were talking about?
Okay. From Yassine Warem Eagle emoji.
Okay.
That's so dumb. Two-stop strategy was the perfect decision for that race. Lando risked it because he had nothing to lose and his driving made it work. Lewis did a one-stop and they said it was horrible. I don't see people talk about that though.
Well, Lewis Hamilton, who he's referring to, also did a one-stop strategy like Lando, but in a much worse car. A much, much worse car. So that one also stupid. This one was my favorite. It was someone just posted a meme saying, safety car deployed due to your crying.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite good. But yeah, there was a lot of support. I think it was 75 hating on us, 25% support in the comment section, which was very good.
All the haters. All the haters. All right, so I had some interesting questions pop up yesterday, actually. Both of these were yesterday, and both I like good alliteration. So both of these people, their first names were with BR.
Love this.
So Bree.
Brilliant.
Asked the first question. So I'd love to get your thoughts. Are you concerned? There's a lot of talk about AI. So the question was, are you concerned about the impact of AI on comedy?
I, for ages, have been very, very concerned about Allen Iverson's impact on comedy.
The answer.
Because it's all about practice. All about practice.
And he does not like practice.
But maybe artificial intelligence? Not really. I think it's one of those things where you can tell when someone's just come up with a premise, then they've gone to AI and they've got it to spit out a bunch of sort of things or whatever. I think it can be helpful in terms of research for comedy, but I wouldn't say it's very helpful. I don't know if you saw someone did a whole AI-generated George Carlin special. It was basically what would George Carlin do, and it was a 1 hour special done in the voice of George Carlin in the style of George Carlin. So, but no, I'm not really concerned about it. Are you? I think we're one of the sort of AI-proof industries.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if we're AI-proof. I think there's a style of comedy where it lends itself to AI. So I feel like if you're a one-liner comedian, AI can do that for you now, I would imagine. Probably not going to be very good.
Yep.
I think where it's going to fall down, and not every comedian is okay with doing this, is like the more personal your comedy can be and like unique to yourself, the less chance AI can rip it off.
Totally. And I think we do a little bit, but we're not very much observational comedians where it's like, what's the deal with plants? All of our bits, they normally start off in something that's happened to us and that's uniquely to us in our situation. So, I think that's a good question, but it's not something that keeps me up at night.
No, not at all. Do you use AI at all with anything?
Not really. I have used it for like research purposes. I've used it to sort of like when I was trying to come up with a name for my comedy production company, Manor Lane Comedy. I did go to AI to try and help me generate some words and some that kind of thing. But I've just noticed anytime it's been used for image generation or say you want to write a blurb for your comedy show, it's so AI and gross and naff that I absolutely hate it. So what about you?
I think you can tell when AI has written a caption as well. So like some promoters will very obviously use AI to create their little blurb, and I'll read that and be like, that is not me. That's not my style of comedy at all. I had one that was like, sharp one-liner comedian, living life on the edge. I'm like, that is not me at all. I have used it, for research purposes. So if I'm like doing a tour, I might just use that kind of in conjunction with Google, really, to figure out, where do I want to go, what sort of populations, and where comedy has been before, just I guess a similar sort of thing, working on a project at the moment that cannot be announced. But, we've been using AI to sort of help with, some naming options and some stuff like that. So stay tuned because that'll be dropping in the next probably 6 months or so.
Exciting. Have you heard of any comedians using AI to write a joke for them and then seen them perform it on stage?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you which comedians off the top of my head, but I know I've been at shows and beforehand they've said, I did all this on ChatGPT, and then have gone up on stage and eaten shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, ha! And the other question I got was from Brandon. So we're talking about touring after the show and some of the places that I'd been. And he asked me, what are my favourite venues to play in Australia?
Oh, favourite, top 3 off the top of my head without thinking too much. Top Floor Comedy in Darwin. I absolutely love. You can see me there. Or September. You can see me there in a few weeks.
August. I think you're playing in August, aren't you?
No. I think it's August, September 2nd. I should know this. End of August, I think it is. But yes, you can see me there. I hope it's not 2nd of August. Otherwise, I've made a terrible mistake.
You've missed out.
I do. You know how much I love Geelong. So maybe the Nash in Geelong. I absolutely love. And then what would I mean, there's lots. I should probably pick somewhere around the city. I don't know. Maybe Humdinger and Frankston's a good one. Yep. Yeah. Maybe they're my top 3. I'm sure I'm missing a couple off the top of my head. So, what about yourself? I know Comics Lounge in Perth is number...
Yeah, Comedy Lounge in Perth would be easily in my top 3. So there's a lot of reasons why as well. So, like, that would be number 1 for me. Like, everything is so well done there. Like, it's purpose-built. The team there are absolutely fantastic and onto it. You're always put in a position where it's going to be a good show. The audience is put in that position. We're put in that position. So that'd be number 1. Johnny's doing a great job there. Comedy Lounge in Perth. Again, I'd say Top Floor as well in Darwin. Love playing there. It's a small room. It's quite a small room, but it's always fun.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what you're looking for. You can play, like I've done shows, like I did a theatre gig and there would have been, I don't know, there was a few hundred people in there, but you felt so disconnected from them because of the layout that like there might as well have been 20 people in there. Whereas the Darwin one, it's only like a 40-seater, but you're right in each other's grill.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. People up there are great. Brian and Monica who run it are phenomenal. So that would be in there. And
you can see me there August 30th. Saturday, August 30th.
Yeah, there you go. We got there in the end.
For my solo show. My dad tried to sue me over a joke. Anyway, sorry.
And then my third one in Australia, I had to Newcastle Comedy Club.
Okay,
That's a fantastic venue. It's always like a hot show in Newey. The crew there put on a great night, and it's it's just fun. Like it's a fun show. It's a bit looser as well. It's pretty rowdy up there, and it's not the biggest of rooms. I think it's 90, maybe 110 or something like that. But it's jumping all the time.
Yeah, totally. And their venues, and sometimes the best shows we do, they're not even at comedy venues. Like they might be at a brewery like in Phillip Island or a winery in Heathcote, or just these random spot shows, and you just get a hot crowd on the right night with the right audience, and you're like, bloody hell, that place is awesome.
Yeah, and I think as well, it depends on the circuit that you're in. So like I don't do a lot of shows in like dedicated rooms these days. So I'm doing a lot of one-off shows and doing a lot of like solo shows. So it's like, they're always going to be different. In terms of like the one-off brewery shows, like I did Bells Beach Brewery in Torquay.
Yep.
And that was heaving. The gig in Berwick last week was insane. That one, Ocean Reach Brewing in Phillip Island, that was phenomenal as well. So, there's a lot of these sort of very, very semi-regular or one-off sort of spaces as well that can be fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
Good question,
fire,
Brandon.
On you, Brandon.
Where was this in Perth?
Yeah. This was in Perth. Brandon asked me the question last night, and Bree was on the Friday. The Friday and Saturday kind of just blurred into one. Yeah, to be honest. It was the Friday. Bree asked me that question.
Love it. Keep the questions coming, whether that's on the Instagram, on the TikToks, or live in person. Just tell us your name so we can give you attribution. We love all the questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we get into some sport?
Let's do it. We've been chatting for half an hour and we haven't
really done much. Well, that's all right. That's all right. Everyone loves it. I want to get into this one. I don't know. Did you see this?
I saw it.
You saw this. So I think it was earlier today, Melbourne time. 19-year-old American NASCAR driver Connor Zilisch falls out of his car and he broke his collarbone. I shouldn't laugh, but it's so funny. It's so funny. And we've been getting into arguments with Americans on the internet over our love of SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen, and his ability to just win any NASCAR race that isn't in a circle, repetitive circle. And we've got lots of dumb comments. And to see a NASCAR driver jump out of his car, fall out, knock himself out and break his collarbone, which just kind of strengthens our argument that the American NASCAR drivers pretty stupid.
Had he just won? Because he looked like he was really giving it a bit of celebration there, and just
got too excited. I think he grabbed a Red Bull and just tripped over. Just ate shit.
I've broken my collarbone before. It's not fun. It's a shit injury.
We hope he's okay, but it was bloody fun.
I mean, he'll be out for weeks. You can't do that movement.
That's the thing. Will he be out? It's NASCAR. He can.
Yeah. It depends on the arm, I guess.
Yeah. If there's any sort of car racing or any athletic endeavor, it's NASCAR because you just got to kind of hold it still.
Do they drive stick or auto? Surely they drive manual.
Yeah,
Surely.
It's probably manual, but it might be steering wheel manual.
Oh, yeah.
So he could just be like, up, down,
and then if
up,
he's
down.
got to change, decel, drop gears, you have to go like that.
Yeah,
quickly,
easy.
just let go and then bang, like that.
Bang, just like a little whoop.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. He's 19. He'll bounce back.
Yep.
But yeah, that's pretty funny.
Cool. Here we go. Adelaide's Patrick D'Arcy. Is it Darcy or D'Arcy?
I think it's D'Arcy.
D'Arcy. I was on with Billy D'Arcy, spelt the same way this weekend.
Any relation?
No, maybe. Yeah. Adelaide's Patrick D'Arcy has signed a 4-year contract to play with East Carolina University. I'm not sure what in. There are
basketball. Sorry, basketball.
Okay, sweet. I was going to go punting.
Yeah.
There are currently 232 Aussies in the US collegiate system playing basketball.
That's pretty crazy number. 232?
It's a lot. It's more than I thought.
It's a lot more than I thought. But I guess there's so many college teams. There's so many good Aussie players. Well, obviously there's 232 of them between the ages of 18 and 22. But and also with obviously the new NIL deals,
you can earn some cash,
make some money. I heard what's his name, Cooper Flagg made over 20 million last year, which is more than what his rookie scale is going to be in the NBA, which is just wild to think about.
He's so young.
He's 18.
Wild,
crazy. But yeah, we'll keep. We might add Patrick D'Arcy to on the list of budgie smugglers to keep an eye on. Western United, tell me about this, Dools. Western United have been stripped of their A-League license effective immediately in the soccer. What's going on there?
So they were late paying players and staff 3 consecutive months.
Okay.
And apparently
third strike you're out, is it?
Yeah, probably. And, they thought they were about to get bought by a consortium based, I think, in America that sort of was delayed and hasn't come through yet. And so if that had gone through, they'd still be in the league.
Yep.
I think there's a bit of a pending appeal, but it's very sad for the A-League and for the players and staff there. They only just won the title Cup 2 seasons ago or 1 season ago. They've got a lot of great young talent there, and I'm sure. Yeah, it's hopefully, something happens and the decision gets reversed. But it's, you got to ask questions about the brains trust at A-League's head office, though, putting a team in Tahiti.
Well, that was going to be my question to you. If we had the victory, the whole state got behind them. Then there's Melbourne United, and that kind of segmented a bit.
Melbourne City.
Melbourne City, sorry.
Yeah.
And then you add the Western
United,
one, so you kind of divvy it up, but everyone's kind of already got their allegiances for 10, 15, 20 years. And you mentioned it. I don't know how smart it was to whack another team in there in the first place.
I think there's definitely enough people and enough support for the game in Victoria to handle 3 teams, but how they've gone about it is dumb.
Yeah.
Because you've got 2 teams that are Melbourne.
Yes.
So, be very specific in terms of where the team is, and saying, West. It's kind of one of those things where you're trying to appease everybody in the West, but you kind of attract none.
Yeah.
So, say they're from, Tahiti or Werribee or something like that, and actually then you'll get those people on board.
The Werribee shit kickers.
Exactly. Yeah, the shit stompers.
Yep.
So I think that's what they do, and they just make dumb decisions like that. They'll bring in a new team. They haven't really done their due diligence. Western United promised a stadium and promised all this stuff that was going to be up, years ago, and then they've got Ironbark Fields, I think it's called, and it's basically like a training ground with a small stand. They promised the world, and questions got to be asked about the A-League's sort of head office. They fought so hard to, have control, and they're not doing well.
Worrying signs for the A-League, but they'll be back.
Look, I reckon, the players... They've got genuinely some really good young talent who another team then can be able to swoop in, sign them up. They've got a centre back, Dylan Leonard. He'll get signed, and then we'll probably just go straight to Europe. And then the club that signs him, so say Melbourne Victory sign him, they'll then get the transfer fee.
Yeah.
But so it's this is. I think, the A-League's model, whoever's in charge there needs to have a good, hard look at themselves.
Get a mirror, A-League. Speaking of soccer, Matildas captain Steph Catley is one of the 30 nominees for the Ballon d'Or Feminin after an outstanding year for Arsenal. Tell me about Steph Catley.
That is a huge result to just be nominated for a Ballon d'Or. That's essentially the list of the best players for that season and or for that calendar year. So to be one of the top 30 females on the planet, huge. Great leader, great captain, doing great stuff for Arsenal and for the Tillies, and big fan of Steph Catley.
Mary Fowler a bit stiff, Dools?
Did her knee, so probably didn't play enough.
Fair enough.
I reckon Mary Fowler will win it one day.
Yeah, she will. She definitely will.
How about this one? This is getting us up and about.
Let's go.
World number 1.
Yes.
Oh, how good's that to say?
Very
World
good.
number 1 and soon to be crowned world champion, the OG honorary smuggler, Molly Picklum.
She's got it in the bag,
is
basically.
in the Tahiti Pro final against Caitlin Simmers tonight.
Are you pumped?
I am so pumped.
Very, very pumped. I actually have no idea how the WSL world rankings work, but one of our smugglers informed us that she has it in the bag. Shout out to Bruno in Sydney, who loves it when we talk about the surfing. But she's number 1. I think she's clear number 1. She's officially in the top 5 for the finals. I don't know. Are they in Tahiti? Someone might have messed that up. Our producer might have messed that up.
I think so.
But whatever.
Cloudbreak at Tuapu.
Exactly. So I was just about to say the same thing, but she's in the final. And like I said, she's only won the one race this year. So to be that far ahead of the championship just shows that she is the most consistent performer on the tour. We love Guacamole. I'll be up watching her destroy that dirty yank Caitlin Simmons tonight in the final.
Yes, on your guacamole. We love that. My girlfriend and baby mama learned how to surf at that wave.
There you go. Amazing.
In Tahiti. So there you go. Bit of trivia.
The FIBA Asia Cup is on.
Hell
so
yes.
This is to get into the World Cup of basketball.
Big in basketball.
The Boomers and the Opals have gone completely undefeated and topped their tables. They've gone 3-0 duels and are looking to sort of barnstorm their way through and win the Asia Cups for the third year in a row, which is pretty great going considering the Boomers and the Opals, I believe, because most of our girls are over in the WNBA C team? Maybe
Probably.
the C team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some big names in there.
Maybe like a couple of players.
A couple of great players. Jack McVeigh's playing. Dash Daniels has made his Boomer debut.
Good name, Dash Daniels.
Yeah, it's fast. He's fast. But, yeah, just shitting it in, basically.
Do you know what Dash Daniels... It's quite hard to say. Yeah, Dash Daniels' dad... Oof. Do you know what Dash Daniels' dad's name is?
Damien.
Oh, that would be... It's Mr. Incredible Daniels.
I don't know if I'm going to post that on social media. I think I will, actually. See how that goes. Very good. Duels. I was in the process of looking that up, actually. Dash Daniels' dad's name?
Eric.
I actually don't know.
I think it's Eric.
Eric Daniels? I mean, he must have played in the NBL.
Ricky Daniels.
Oh, that's right, Ricky Daniels. There you go. And
I should know
also
that. I have met him
father. Yeah. Who did he play for? Tigers.
Bendigo Braves.
Oh, the Bendigo Braves. What about bravery with this next one?
I know. Wonder Boy. Not really. Astro Boy. Australian Steve Erceg finally reversed his losing streak, defeating Ode Osbourne or Ode Osbourne, not sure, by unanimous decision 29-28, 29-28, 29-28 in Sunday's UFC bantamweight bout from Vegas. What'd you think? Did you see it?
I saw the highlights. There wasn't many. Pretty dour affair. He's coming off a 3-fight losing streak, so this is kind of what he needed. A tough battle-it-out win from behind. I think he's currently still in the top 10 rankings. Did you see any of it?
I read the play-by-plays pretty intently. I was sort of at a show, but it sounds like that was kind of, one round each, and then there was the swing round there, and I think the first round he sort of had his hands full.
Yep.
And then sort of picked things up from round 2 onwards. So definitely needed the win. I reckon if he'd lost, he would have been out. And sort of back trying to fight his way back in. And it's hard once you sort of get cut from the UFC to make your way back in. He definitely had his back against the wall and came in. Good stuff.
Pulled it out. There's been 6 new inductees to the Australian Sporting Hall of Fame. Without looking, Dools, you've already looked, haven't you?
Oh, I was...
Have a guess. Give me some names. You got 6 guesses.
The Australian
Sporting
I know
Hall
Mark
of Fame.
Schwarzer
was in. He's in.
Yep, I know that. Give me the sports. Can you give me the sports?
Oh, it'll be giveaway, I reckon.
Really?
But let's do it. All right, tennis.
Pat Rafter.
I'll give you one more guess because you'll get this.
Leighton Hewitt.
Bang. NRL legend. Also a tremendous golfer.
Cameron Smith.
Nailed it. Footy goal kicker.
Doug Wade.
Wore a helmet for a while at the end of his career.
Jason Dunstall?
Jason Dunstall, netball World Cup winning captain.
Liz Ellis.
Nah. I'll give you what. You'll get this. You will get this.
Did she play AFLW as well?
No.
Oh, no idea.
Laura Getz.
Oh, yep, of course.
You got Mark Schwarzer. And, of course, one of your favourites, the Olympic snowboarding gold medalist.
Zali Stegel.
She was they were a shining light for us in the Winter Olympics.
It wasn't Zali Stegel?
Was not. A shining light.
Bradbury? No, he wasn't a snowboarder. Sean Evans?
Think of a menorah.
A menorah?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. What's that?
It's the Jewish candle thing.
Torah something.
Torah Bright.
Torah Bright.
I thought that's pretty.
Yeah,
she's a shining light.
Yeah.
Menorah. Bright.
Yeah.
Anyway, you did pretty good. You did pretty good. I'll give you that one. I got a question for you, Dool. We're getting into some big questions here. A Victorian study has found that elite male rowers are being 7 times more likely to develop arterial fibrillation leading to a stroke. Dools, will this lead to mass confusion during races when the rowers are saying stroke, stroke, stroke?
Or when they're, having some private reflection time as well. And they're like, I'm going to have a stroke. And it's like, do we need to go in and supervise? What's going on here?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I would have thought they'd be super.
You would think so.
Yeah.
But apparently, 74% more likely, something like that. 7 times. Apparently, excessive exercise can develop this arterial fibrillation.
Yep.
Strokes.
There you go. Last night. She said, "Oh, baby, I feel so down. I'm gonna, my arm."
All right. You want to ask the next question?
Big news out of the Melbourne Football Club.
Yes.
With them giving premiership, one of only 4 premiership coaches that they've ever had.
Which is wild.
Simon Goodwin gave him the flick. What are your thoughts on this, and who should coach the Melbourne Demons Football Club?
I think it was the right decision. I think he's done a great job. I think he should be very much celebrated, but 9 years is a long time. I think once you get to that sort of 8 to 12 year range, it is time for a bit of a change. You've seen the D's have had the exact same struggles. They can't kick goals. They haven't been able to kick goals since they won the premiership. So I'm not at all, I don't think anyone's really shocked or saddened. Not saddened's not the right word, but no one sort of disagrees or is outraged that he got ousted. In terms of who should coach the D's, I think you've got 4 premiership coaches. Bring back Ron Barassi.
Oh, yep. Yeah, that's going to take some science.
It's maybe. What about Norm Smith?
Norm Smith,
Did
the
Ron
medal.
Barassi win them?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know, maybe. Who do you think should coach?
I reckon they're going to go with Bucks.
Yeah, it sounds like they will.
Which
is going to be a monster fail.
Not a good idea.
No, go someone new.
Yeah, bring in who would be good from assisting? Hayden Skipworth. Good
Corey
assistant
Enright's
coach.
hot.
Yeah, Corey Enright can coach. There's a lot of good assistant coaches out there. So, Troy Chaplin is the caretaker, and Chappie's would be great, but he's said no. He doesn't think he's ready and thinks it needs a different voice.
Yep.
But yeah, Chappie would have been great otherwise.
Just want to go through this list of premiership winners and of the last however long, and how many of these coaches were on their second stint. Do you know what I mean? So
they've been fired and then they came back and then yeah, okay.
So Fagan first, McRae first. Chris Scott's been around for a while, but that was his first. Simon Goodwin's first. Hardwick's first. Adam Simpson's first. What's his name for the Bulldogs?
Bevo,
Clarko, Longmire. It's not since 2010 when Collingwood won with Mick.
Mick
Malthouse was the last time. So it's been 15 years since someone's won a premiership.
And he had already previously won a premiership
exactly,
too.
at West Coast. So it's been a long, long time since that's happened. And then you can go back even further. It's been a long time before that as well. But it seems to be that it's these first-time coaches, even if it's not immediate success like McRae, but someone like a Fagan, I think is a perfect example. A lot of experience, long tenure, didn't have a big name, like a sexy name, like a Buckley or a Goodwin or something like this. Came in, did the work, took him 6, 7, 8 years. They're the right types of coaches to hire. I believe that's the right way to go.
Left field option, Danny Daly from Bris Vegas. So he's been in the industry for a really long time.
Has been a senior assistant at other clubs as well.
Yeah, and has had a lot of different roles at other clubs.
Exactly.
And at Brisbane. So he's sort of, and having worked in the machine of the AFL before, when you are not a former AFL player, you generally have to work 5 times harder to get in the door.
Exactly.
And so for him to not just get in the door, but stay at multiple clubs and, have fingerprints on success, I'd say Danny Daly, if he hasn't thrown his hat into the ring, would be a very good option for Melbourne.
Love that. Love that. Great. I've got another question for you, Jules. With Western United losing their license in the A-League, what other Australian team should we give the boot to?
All of the teams on the Gold Coast. All of them. No team on the Gold Coast has ever been successful, ever, in any code. Get rid of them.
Any NBL champions?
Nope.
Wow. Doesn't that make them due? Due for a win.
Okay,
the menorah. We talked about the menorah before. That's thrown you.
Because it's... So my theory is that on the Gold Coast is that it's too nice to be serious about sport in terms of like the weather's good, you've got the beach, the sun's out, you can sort of get paid really well.
You got the 3-park super pass as well.
Yeah, so it's... Teams aren't successful up there. Like, I'm surprised Matt Rouse lasted as long as he has up there with the sun being out all the time and his complexion. Same with Noah Anderson. They've done well. Hello, boys. Because they're not sunny weather individuals. They need a bit of, grey, overcast sort of stuff. The basketball teams have always been poor there. The rugby team hasn't done anything. There was an A-Leagues team that folded. Teams just go up there. A lot of teams fold and then they'll try again a decade later. And, the Gold Coast Suns won't move from there because the AFL will just keep pumping money into them. But.
I'm just going to quickly go through this. So right now they only have 2 professional clubs, which is the Gold Coast Titans and the Gold Coast Suns. Mm-hmm. Here's a list of all the former teams that they've had. They had the Gold Coast Tweed Giants, Gold Coast Seagulls, the Daco Dolphins in the baseball, and the Gold Coast Clippers. In the rugby league, they had the Gold Coast Gladiators. They also had the Gold Coast Chargers in the rugby league, the Gold Coast Cougars/Rollers in the basketball, the East Coast Aces, which I can see why that didn't work. The Gold Coast Blaze in 2007 and the Gold Coast United in the A-League. You are right. It is the graveyard of professional sports up there.
So I'd get rid of them and North Melbourne.
Just move them to Tassie.
Yeah, I'd probably get rid of St Kilda as well. Like, what are they?
Hey.
Who would you get rid of?
Who would I get rid of?
Yeah.
Collingwood. Fuck them. Just fuck them. We might save that for the next part for next week because we're going into time. You got a top 5 though, Jules?
I do have a top 5. This is my I call this my top 5 pump up tunes before a gig.
Yeah, okay. This is good.
So, we're having a bit of a chat about like walkout music and stuff like that. So this is top 5 songs to fire you up before a show. Coming in at number 5. Leonard Skinner, Freebird.
What are you, one of the... what were they? Was it the Freebirds? Michael P.S.
Oh,
Hayes.
yeah, yeah.
Love that.
Yep.
Love that.
So that comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4. Mm-hmm. 4. This is a different one because this is like a bit of a, it's called If I Should Fall from Grace with God by the Pogues.
Okay.
It's like
yes,
an
love
Irish
the Pogues. Yep.
beer drinking sort of tune.
Very good.
The Hilltop Hoods at number 3. Chase That Feeling.
Yes, that's a good one.
Yep.
Great one.
That's coming in. What am I up to? Number 2.
Yes.
The Beards.
The Beards.
Yep, they sing songs about beards.
Oh, yes, the Beards. Yes.
And they've got a song called You Should Consider Having Sex with a Bearded Man.
Yep.
That gets me up and about as someone who generally has a bit of facial hair.
Need all the help we can get.
Yep, and coming in at number 1, which is my old walkout music when I was a fighter.
Yes.
And every now and then, like I did a gig the other day and they didn't know this. And when I was walking to the stage, they put this music on and I just like something in me happened where I was like, I'm fighting again. Oh. Sabotage by the Beastie Boys.
Very good list. I was just pulling up. I have a playlist for this thing, and there's 6 songs on it, so I'll cut one.
Yep.
But at number 5, you're not going to believe.
Oh
this.
no, I can add in another one if you want to do your whole 6.
It's fun.
Honorable mention: Dreams by the Cranberries.
Oh yeah, nice one. You're not going to believe this, but this was number 5. It's a great walkout song, Sabotage by the Beastie Boys. At number 4, and I have walked out to this before, Mr. Bombastic.
Oh, yep, by Shaggy.
By Shaggy.
Whoa.
At number 3, I'm at number 3. Hypnotized by Notorious B.I.G. This one I absolutely love as a walkout song. At number 2, it is Encore by Jay-Z. It's a good beat. You're already setting up the crowd because they're obviously going to want encore, which, as you know, I get all the time when I'm performing.
Absolutely.
And then at number 1, I've got Nobody Speak by DJ Shadow and Run the Jewels. So
great song.
There you go. There's one I prepared earlier that I didn't even know prepared earlier.
That's good. The music has such a big impact on the show. There was a venue that no longer exists in Melbourne, and it was always you'd go to can you please play something that has a little bit of bounce to it.
Yeah.
One slow song early on in the piece is fine, but like as it gets closer and closer to showtime, you want quicker beat.
Yeah.
Bigger volume.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, I agree with that completely, and which is why I always try to run my own music. If there's any comedians listening that needs a hand, because this happens to me a lot, where I'm running a gig and I forgot to put together a playlist. There's a playlist called Axe by PJ White, which ticks all of the boxes you need for a gig, and you're starting to get a lot of followers. That one, just because I keep saying, just put this playlist on. Good top 5 duels. I have a top 10. It is a list of the 10 best Aussie athlete power rankings of the week. Are you ready?
Okay.
It's the same list I do every week. I just stuffed up the
introduction.
I was you ready
confused.
for this week's power rankings?
I was confused at what this was.
I tried to make it good. But,
what is this?
Anyway, at number 10, we just talked about him. Steve Erceg.
Wonder Boy.
Steve Erceg, obviously with a win back on the winner's track.
Astro
top
Boy.
10.
I keep saying Wonder Boy. Astro Boy.
I wondered why. At number 9, just because I'm enjoying this chase, which kind of fell down a little bit. At number 9, I've got from the Geelong Cats, Jeremy Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
bags.
in the final. Does a century count if you had to finish it off in the finals?
Oof. Historically, I would have said no, but in the modern game, I mean, sure.
Yep, I'll pay that. At number 8, new entry, who's creating quite the waves in this industry. It's Kyle Fletcher, an Aussie wrestler that's broken through for AEW. He had a big match with this. Jeremy's going to guess 1990s Attitude Era WWE wrestler, and who used a lot of face paint, and it was very sparkly.
Oh, okay. That threw me.
And his brother's doing quite well. Attitude Era.
Jeff Hardy.
No.
Oh, brother is doing quite well. Kane.
No.
No idea.
His dad was a famous wrestler as well.
Gold Dust.
Gold Dust. He had a big, Dustin Rhodes. Yeah. He wasn't in the gold, but apparently a barnstormer of a match. At number 7, just because he...
Shattered Dreams.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Is that on camera? Good. At number 7, he's been the highest point scorer for the Boomers in the Asian Cup. I've got your boy, Jack McVeigh.
Former Rocket.
The former Rocket. At number 6, I have Jack Della Maddalena. At number 5, I've got Alexander Volkanovski. They're hard to shake off this list. I can't make them any lower. The Aussies, we haven't really done much this week, to be honest. So they're not going to... that's 3 UFC fighters in the top 10, which feels way too disproportionate.
Unprecedented.
Yeah, unprecedented. At number 4... they're on summer break. He's dropped down. I've got Oscar Piastri.
Oh, they have a break, do they?
They have a little break.
Yeah, right.
A little 3-week break. So he's on break, but he's still number 1 in the world. Can't beat that. At number 3, he's got an all-female top 3, I think, also for the first time.
Right.
The ladies are killing it. She has been nominated in the top 30 for the Palme d'Or Balloon Feminin. The Ballon d'Or Feminin. Yep. Did I get that?
Yeah, sure.
You
got to clip that.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. But the Matildas captain, Steph Catley, at number 2. She's number 1 in the world. Very stiff not to be number 1. If this was tomorrow, she might be number 1. But our girl... one of the budgie smugglers' early adopters. It's Guacamole Picklum.
Yes.
In a final in, I think, about 8 hours. I'll be watching that from home. At number 1, it's one of our absolute favourites. Didn't really do much on the course this week, but I tell you what she did do. She liked and reposted one of our videos. She came top 10 in the Women's British Open at Steph Kiriakou.
Yes.
So... well done. Thank you,
What
Steph.
a legend.
She's the best. Probably our biggest professional athlete supporter. We've had a few people get on board, but Steph's been backing us since the very beginning.
In terms of international as well. Like, we've had a few, Aussie rules and stuff like that, A-leagues and stuff.
Yeah.
But international.
Swimmers, we had some swimmers
we
as
have,
well.
Yep.
But yes, international superstar, hole-in-oneer.
And a sister. And got the assist as well.
Oh, and the assist, yeah. I thought you said she had a sister.
Yeah, she might have a sister. Yeah.
Irrelevant, but yes, she might have a sister. That is it. What have you got on this week? Tell the smugglers what you're doing.
I am having a break. It's I've been going so hard for the last probably 2 months.
It's been non-stop.
Yeah, lots of travel, lots of being away from home. So I'm just taking a few nights. Dropping into a gig on Thursday at Nord Bar in Preston just to work some new stuff. So, I mean, come to that if you want to see me read new ideas from a notebook and test them. I got some new bits that have been, I brought back a bit, which
that's always
and I've
fun.
sort of reimagined it, which has been a lot of fun. So that'll be good Thursday night, but the rest of the week I'm just chilling out.
Very, very good.
What do you got?
I'm also having a chill one. I'm also, if you want to just follow me on Instagram, because I'll be popping into a bunch of different mics, trying out some new stuff this week. I'm hosting trivia for, I think, the next 8 weeks on Sundays at 6 p.m. at Bridge Road Brewers in Brunswick. If anyone wants to do that, I don't know, they give out free stuff. So
confusing name, because it should be in Richmond with that name.
Yeah, it's Bridge Road, Beach Road, Bridge Road Brewers.
Don't know.
Oh, I tell you what, it might not be. Check out my Instagram to see where I'll be hosting trivia on Sunday. The Geelong Comedy Festival just released tickets. We've got a few shows.
Yeah.
I've got My Dad Tried to Sue Me Over Joke, November 2nd at Manhattan Bar, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday throughout the festival, 10 comedians at 10 p.m. We can see 10 comedians from around the Geelong Comedy Festival.
At 10 p.m.
At 10 p.m. There's 10 of them. What about you, Dools?
I'm doing 2 shows. I'm doing a day show on Friday, the 31st of October. For the last run, I'll be doing Daddy Cool, the 5-star awarded multiple times show. So the day show will be at the Nash, which is the sort of bring your baby, bring your pram, sort of, new parent focused hour there. So it's a bit more chilled out. If your baby cries, that's fine. And then I'll be running it the following night at the brewery. And that's your regular programming adult show. Don't bring any kids to it. And I'll be hopping on some other shows here and there, but they're the 2 ones. If you want to come and watch me do it for the last time, I won't be doing that show after that.
You making a run at the 2025 Geelong Comedian of the Year award?
Maybe.
I think you're in the running.
I probably don't gig enough at the Nash.
That's true. PJ White probably does the most in Geelong, also runs gigs. However, nepotism? I think so. Anyway, that's us, Budgie Smugglers.
That's it.
See you next week.
See ya. Bye.